3, 2, 1. Welcome in, my people, and first, just to apologize, I destroyed my headset, so the sound quality is going to be slightly worse as I wait for express delivery on the new headset, but I wanted to bring y'all a play video today with an Insano deck. So welcome in, much love, Magic players, gamers, etc., etc. Trav here, and we're gonna play with this 44 land modern deck and talk about the fastest way to learn from mistakes. So it can be a real powerful video, and I'm excited. So the idea behind this deck is, and there's a $5 version of this deck, by the way, 5-ticket modern Countryside Rage. You just playing a fuck ton of lands and Seismic Assault is enough to beat a lot of players. Discard 2 damage to anything. So, yeah. Also, same with Countryside Crusher. And between Crusher and Seismic Assault, we have a pretty good odds to start with 1 in our opening hand. Seismic Assault combos with Life from the Loam, which picks up 3 lands. To just win, you do 6 damage a turn as you choose to their creatures, their face. Oracle of Moldiah to play extra lands. I like it more than Courser of Crufix because Courser is only, and I'm turning up the volume right now, so yeah, so you can turn it down. I prefer Oracle to Courser because Oracle lets you play 2 at once. So we have Raging Ravine, and we have Get to Encampment, we've got Treetop Village, we've got a lot of value lands to attack. We've got Colony Garden, which gets us extra blockers, some mana fixing, Blinkmoth, Inkmoth, and Spinerock Knoll is a really, really good one. I found a lot of people don't understand why this card is so good, and just so you know the history, this thing did work in the Pro Tour with Patrick Chapin. It works great with Seismic Assault, because anytime you have Seismic Assault or you're connecting with the Countryside Crusher, Spinerock Knoll is like a draw card from, it's like, it's a impulse. It draws from the top 4. So if you have Seismic but nothing else, Spinerock Knoll can find you Life from the Loam to just win the game. So that's basically the deck. You got a bunch of lands and then a little bit of support. And then sideboard, I'm playing Ancient Grudge, some Ghost Quarters, Molten Rain, some Sweepers, a little bit of life gain, and let's go ahead and jump in and talk about making mistakes, which I'm really excited to talk about. Sorry about the street noise. The alternative is being inside here. We'll get to that in a moment. I just want to jump in. 48 lands, and we're in WotC coverage. Corbin, hi. Good luck. Cool. Yeah, I could play inside, but again, my roommate. Jesus, so many massive trucks coming by. My roommate is on a. Sure, we'll keep this. My roommate is on a graveyard shift for the next couple weeks, and I'm respecting that by being loud out in the yard and not in the house during the day. Okay, we're in the deck. I told you that I was going to tell you the fastest way to learn from mistakes. I'm going to make an own video on this, and this applies to mistakes in Magic, strategic mistakes, and mistakes in social interactions. And I would say all actions in life can be divided between social and non-social. And social is huge because of the way humans work, the way our brains work and are wired. So you can think about this for any kind of action that either leads you to or away from your goal. But basically, the really big difference between the Michael Jordans and the losers, for lack of a better word, is losers repeat the loss. They replay the loss, the mistake and the loss over and over, and internalize it. Geez. And winners don't do that. Winners reimagine the situation with a new action, the better play, and they it's pretty annoying. Winners reimagine with a different action and a different result, and it's actually possible to override the memory. It's possible to brainwash yourself and create a new memory that didn't actually happen. And I learned this from Michael Jordan. You miss a shot in a game of basketball, the loser will replay it. The pro actually goes back in practice to that same spot on the floor, takes the same pass, the same dribble, and shoots it until it's automatic, and then the next time it just doesn't happen, right? Now, similarly, you can do this for Magic. You go back and you find the mistake, and you make the right play. Or if it's a social interaction, you can walk and talk through it, what really perhaps you should have done for the result you want to get. And basically, you can create a muscle memory of what you should have done, right? You can, patterns emerge, and the same sort of mistakes or the same sort of action situations crop up. And if you can change your muscle memory for that one action forever, Thoughtseize, then you will be rewarded forever for every, like, as the more the situation repeats, the more your situation has kind of bifurcated from what it was, Treetop Village, from what the situation could have been before. So does that make sense? You reimagine. What's up to my buddy Merkowitz? Look who has MTGO. I can't talk right now, sorry. That Merkowitz designed the intro. I'll say what's up. Yo, recording. So that's easier said than done. Like, okay, just reimagine, walk through it until the memory is changed in your brain. That feels pretty good though once it's done. You actually, I mean, I have memories that aren't even real. I just planted them in my head, and that's pretty cool to know that I've done that. So, you know, it's slightly deceptive to yourself, but that's how you that's how you learn quickly from mistakes. Although, nice, seismic assault. So here's the issue though. I'm gonna play it, just try to get it down. And I'm actually gonna ship. I mean, we could kill birds. I kind of want to save it. We might get abrupt decayed as well. Perhaps I'm supposed to attack with Raging Ravine. I think I want to. We could have maybe. I could have played a couple more red lands, and then we'd be able to throw 8 and play Countryside Crusher. So I kind of fucked that up. I think we definitely want to get rid of the birds. And then we maybe want to get rid of the Spellskite. We might have no choice but to get rid of the Spellskite. Yeah, so that's easier said than done, because in order to correct the mistakes, you need to, and I'm going to go back for the birds, you need to identify the mistake, and you need to know the desired result. So if you're like really fuzzy on what you actually want to happen, it's probably not going to happen, right? So you need to get specific about what you want to happen. Like, what is a victory for you? What's a win? It's obvious in Magic and basketball, but in a lot of social interactions, it's unclear. And again, social interaction is like a wide swath of things. Like, that doesn't just mean relationships. It means business, and business is relationships. It means so many different things, right? Okay, so the opponent down to 13. Ooh, Oracle is a good draw, although I was going to say we can just kind of start attacking with Treetop Village. I actually screwed this up a little bit because I wanted to attack. And we have Seismic Assault coming. I've really made a series of minor misplays this game, but I still like our position quite a bit. Unless the opponent can kind of combo off somehow or create a massive value play. Detention Sphere. Okay. They're playing their last card is a 6/7 Goyf. So, alright. So even if we had been pushing with Raging Ravine, it wouldn't necessarily be the solution to everything. Red, give a life, play a Seismic Assault, which we could use to throw at the thing. We could shrink the opponent down to 5 toughness. which is probably worth doing. Actually playing a land and hoping we kind of draw a Life from the Loam sometime. I definitely have not played this game right, but more importantly, yeah, I've got to be very specific about what a win is. And then it can actually be really hard to find the interaction, like the mistake, right? Because everything you do, every interaction, every little decision point in Magic or interaction with the person is an action. And you want to know, for one, where you want to get, but also which is the interaction that moved you furthest away from where you're trying to get to. And that's the mistake. And it's hard to identify, right, if it's fuzzy or Copperline Gorge. I like attacking at this point. I should have, I fucked up again. By not attacking with the Blinkmoth Nexus. Yeah, I'm making mistakes. So, I mean, here's it in practice. I'm going to, go back and, interesting, I'm going to go back and reimagine that I tapped a Treetop Village instead of the Blinkmoth, and then I attacked the opponent with Blinkmoth to 9. I'm going to run through that 3 or 4 times, tap this, attack with that, tap this, attack with that, and then the memory is changed in my brain. So I chose to play a Treetop Village. It seems probably better than holding in hand. I could be wrong. Also, we have we're in a decent position to double block potentially, so it's somewhat stalled. And we have a few insane top decks, like Life from the Loam will be very, very good to draw. Although, the opponent has this one card. Okay, yeah, so you go hunting for mistakes. You have to be humble. And by the way, like, everyone makes tons of mistakes. Michael Jordan makes a lot of mistakes. Right, so I've tried the reframing method where, like, nothing's a mistake. We reframe everything. Well, actually, when Midas touches turns to gold, it doesn't work out very well. There's a Colony Garden to chump block. So I like waiting. We could maybe attack with the Blinkmoth, but I want to be able to make Raging Ravine and a 3/3. Double block. We can play this Colony Garden if we need to, but it's working up to Seismic Assault. Ooh, the opponent decided to take a point of damage. That seems to me like a pretty significant mistake, unless that mana is getting used. Yeah, so you have to actually look for the mistakes. And sometimes it's not clear that a mistake was made, other than just kind of having a bad feeling. And in that situation, as I get to encampment. So say that we actually wanted to attack. We could attack, and it's not a very exciting attack. We could attack, and we could chump. It's not a horrible attack in the air. It's not a horrible attack in the air. I think I'm going to wait, because that attack can happen at any point. The opponent can chump at any point. And we're getting next turn, like we're starting to get close to being able to do the Spine Rock Knoll thing. Gotta wonder what the opponent's holding. Interesting. Well, we're getting closer and closer here. So I'm gonna send in with the Nexus and see what happens. Yeah, so sometimes you don't know the mistake, you just have a bad feeling. What can you do then? You have to look for patterns. You have to check every bad feeling you have. Not quite a win, but we are casting a Countryside Crusher. And you might, at the time, it's unclear, like, why that didn't go exactly perfect. But then if you have, by the way, there's a detention sphere off screen. If you notice a pattern of, interesting, the interesting thing is we're not going to draw a land for Seismic Assault necessarily. And we drew, well, there's Life from the Loam, which is not bad. And yeah, we just beat Goyf.dec here. So you might notice that, well, in this types of situation, I always make this action which moves me away from my specific goal. I've identified a mistake. I actually don't really like sideboarding here. Maybe one courser of crew fix, because we could use more gas. I would play a couple more coursers if I actually had them, but I don't. And I'm going to cut one of the stomping grounds. So, I hope you found that helpful. If you found it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up if you're new here, and make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you, and thanks for all the support. And this also changes things because it's really, really exciting when you discover a. I'm going to keep, like, the opponent plays discard anyways. I don't think mulliganing is the correct. We do have to depend on top decks a little bit. Opponent goes to 5. It's not, I mean, we might just get crushed from a 5-card hand. I'm hoping to see Inquisition of Kozilek. It just feels good when you identify a mistake pattern and you correct it. Seismic Assault's a good draw. That's also why I don't really mulligan. Because it's like, it makes the future very exciting because, you know, man, that type of situation is going to come up so many times again in my life. And now I have the correct, my memory has changed, and I should have mentioned this earlier, but your habit changes, your reaction changes. And that's really what this is all about. And I feel strongly that habits, I mean, habits are not everything, but they're huge. And if you have the correct habits over time, like, everything will come your way. So, I mean, the problem is, like, we have bad habits. I don't have good habits in a lot of cases. And when I say that, I don't mean, like, you know, things that are obviously bad habits, but, like, the little plays here and there that just are not, basically are not, I could have got the other land, whatever. Little plays here and there that you just don't do it exactly right. Jesus, 2 Goyfs. I don't think we're going to win this one. Maybe play a Gorge. Opponent has no cards left in hand. That's the good news. That's the only really sliver of hope here. Is we can get down Oracle and then hopefully somehow stabilize from there. There's a Countryside Crusher. That's probably a better play because it might grow to be bigger than, I mean, the opponent might have drawn Abrupt Decay and that will just suck, but there's a decent chance it just grows to be bigger. Whatever. Make sure, if you're not yet, follow me on Snapchat, Travis D. Wu. If you're not on Snapchat yet, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get left behind. Technology, man. Technology. You don't want to get left behind, baby. Snapchat is awesome social media of the future. There'll be more, of course, but Snapchat is huge, functional, utilitarian program. Good way to share your days. Okay. See what we hit here. Path Exile. That's pretty okay though, because get the forest, because we are gonna get to go find something here. Seismic Assault. So we could play Seismic Assault and throw 3 lands at Goyf, and then we would take 4, go to 1. The alternative would be to chump block with Oracle. which I'm not really that hot on. The next turn, we could actually stabilize if the opponent has nothing but junk. Although we could very easily die right now and go to game 3. Uh-oh. Siege Rhino. Ozur. Ooh. That could get us. It's not guaranteed to get us, though. Not guaranteed to get us. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize that that was the first creature in the graveyard, so we're just dead. Alright, whatever. GG. Let's go to game 3. Anger the Gods is an option, but it doesn't, not very good at killing Goyf or Zur. So I'm just going to submit here and see what we come up with. This hand is pretty good. I mean, it's nowhere near triple red, which sucks. But the opponent's deck has plenty of discard anyways, so I'm not betting on that doing anything. And Oracle, see what kind of speed the opponent has. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to play the Copperline Gorge here. And then we could have cracked the Wooded Foothills, actually, and played Loam and dredged it. I think that maybe would have been better. Nah, because we're just getting our Seismic Assault Thought Seized anyways. Goyf. Pretty annoying, but what are you going to do? I'm going to go Colony Garden, and then the assumption is next turn we're going to play Oracle and start to ramp hard. If we lose the match, I'm not really that mad about it. I'm happy to win a game here. It seems like not the easiest matchup as I'm switching to left-handed. I can't hold this computer like that all the time. Courser, pretty good to play Courser and see that, especially with the Tension Sphere coming. I basically hate our position. I kind of hate these Wooded Foothills as well because they are painful. I cut a mountain from the deck, which is definitely 100% a mistake. I need to get that back in. The Foothills don't even only have one card to fetch, so I've fucked up the I've seriously fucked up the configuration of the deck. Okay, well, Detention Sphere to kill our Oracle sucks, but we can get out a Crusher and use Tectonic Edge and grow it to a 4/4. So, and we still have a little bit of time to top deck. Maybe there's no answer to Crusher, and Crusher can win the game. Also, we've been having some discussions about the walking. I know that it makes some of you guys sick, but some of you guys have actually said, hey, I like it and I relate. It's making me move more, and or I also have to move. Okay, we have to take 3 damage, which is super bad here. And there's only 1 land to get, so the next Foothills is... Yeah, so I'm going to go back and fix that after the game. Go red, red, and Crusher, and we're probably going to die. What I'm going to do right now is blow up a land, because it will... I'm going to blow up this one. It'll grow our Crusher and make it a 4/4 to block the Goyfs. And if the opponent can't grow the Goyfs, we might be in decent shape. Inquisition. So we are losing our loam. If those Goyfs grow, we're going to lose this game right now, but... Interesting. Abrupt Decay. Alright, we lost, but... I'm going to take it all and just eat face. GG's. Thanks for watching. I hope the audio wasn't so bad. I ordered the Express new headphones, and they're coming in 3 or 4 days. I hope that you found this deck cool and that you got a better idea of how to learn from mistakes and why that's so important and how to go about doing it. And hopefully I can implement that. I'm imagining that we don't even have wooded foothills. I'm going to fix this after, but I'm going to cut a couple to force myself to make the necessary adjustment. Thank y'all so much. Make sure to subscribe if you want to know how to make sweet decks. Then the free workshop and the free group are what you want. And if you haven't yet taken the ebook course, it's insane value. I promise you, you'll love it. So everybody have an awesome day. Oh, and the link to that is in the, all that stuff is in the description. So thanks for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful time. See you.